Hello everybody. My name is Pastor Denny. I'm going to be brief, all right? I know you're probably thinking I'm going to start preaching and pointing people that you're sinners, but I'm going to make a different message. I'm going to say, as a Christian, I'm going to stand and represent all the Christians and say sorry. Sorry for all the hypocrisy that the church has displayed. Sorry for all the abuse that us Christians have given you. I know you saw a lot of hypocrisy. I know you witnessed and experienced from your own family and from your own churches. But let me tell you now, people are the most unreliable representatives of God's love. We must understand that. We must have that kind of common sense. I mean, no one's a perfect driver, right? Do you rely people to be a perfect driver of the car? Let's have some common sense. People are unreasonable in their examples of the perfect love of Jesus. So it doesn't make sense to write off Christianity because of people. It doesn't make sense to write off how to drive well in a car because of bad drivers, right? Jesus Christ's love is real. Maybe some of you have turned away from the church because of other Christians. And I want to apologize because I've been a contributor of being a hypocrite as a minister. I've been a contributor and I want to represent all of the Christianity church and apologize. But do not write off the Christian faith because of people. It does not make sense. The gospel on itself, it stands alone as a true standard. The gospel in itself stands true and faithful. People will disappoint you, even Christians, even pastors, even me as a minister of the gospel. But I will tell you now that Jesus' love is unfailing love, is true to the core, no matter how these ministers misrepresent. And I want to stand in the gap and say I apologize for the Christian church for being hypocritical, for being abusive, and misrepresenting the love of Jesus. You probably had many hints that God was trying to reach out to you through situations, through friends, through relatives, and He's probably reaching out to you again that God's love is true and it's the only hope to live for. Jesus has an incredible love for you. He's here to remind you that. And don't count on people. You're going to be disappointed with people like pastors and ministers and people like me. Don't trust ministers, don't trust pastors, but trust the Word of God alone. Trust His Spirit alone. The time is near. Look at the signs of the times. Have you seen anything like this 30, 40 years before? You see how it looks like in the news. Has anything looked like this before? It's clearly the signs of the times. And I just want to let you know, the love of Jesus is untainted. No matter how hypocritical ministers are, and preachers are, and priests are. Only Jesus' love alone is what you can trust. Trust in the scriptures. Thank you for your time. May this sit in you and be a resounding thing about that God's love prevails. God's love prevails. Hello everybody, my name's Pastor Denny. And you're probably thinking right away, I'm going to start preaching. But I'm going to have a different approach. I'm going to stand and represent all of Christianity and apologize for our hypocrisy, for our abuse in the home, with your relatives. I know you saw a lot of hypocrisy from Christians, but that's not how God's love's supposed to be, just to let you know. I hope you're aware of that. For example, do you rely on another driver to be a good driver on the road? Right? You can't rely on a driver to be a perfect driver on the road. Neither can we rely on pastors and ministers to be the perfect example of Christianity or God's love. So I stand in the gap for all of Christianity. I apologize for all the abusive preachers and abusive ministers. But what stands true on its own is God's love according to the Gospels. According to the Gospels. Don't rely on man to be an example of God's love. They will fail you. But trust in the Word of God alone. Trust in the gospel alone. Thank you for your time. God bless you.